Hi Chris, how you doing?
Hi Darren, are you alright?
Yes, I've had a great week. I'll tell you all about it.
Good, so look forward to it. Just going through my slides, what do you say?
Parking in that car park. Thank you. And now let's drop the kids off at school. Yeah. Oh, hi Chris. Sorry, I thought it was going to be late. I had to drop the boys off before I got here.
So you alright? Children?
Thanks. I just dropped them off at school now, so...
Hi guys, how are you doing? Hi Francesca.
Nice to see you.
You too. Good to see you again.
Nice.
At least 6 weeks. Are you okay? You well? Alright.
Hello. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing? Yes.
Very well, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. Hi guys. Hello Chris.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi Paul.
Okay, thanks very much for coming. It's good to see you all. We've got a lot on the agenda today, so I just thought I'd go through very quickly through the new bonus scheme that will be active as of next quarter. Okay? And we'll have time for a discussion at the end of it, but I'm certain you're going to love this. So, why change the scheme? It's important that we understand why the scheme's being changed in the first place. The current scheme, as it is, doesn't tend to promote a team ethic, which is unfortunate. We are a team after all. The current scheme rewards good individual performance, which is great for the individuals, but for the rest of the team, it can be a bit less of a positive thing. So we've changed it to make sure it's more team orientated, so that it's not so much of an unfair advantage to the high potential territories, and that it's more to encourage a more team responsibility, and payments are going to reflect the team ethic far more equally than they were before.
Chris, I think this sounds great. Excellent teamwork. Excellent.
I haven't really got there yet, but okay. The existing bonus scheme.
Sorry, Sean, did you say something?
We haven't heard what Chris has so I don't know whether it sounds good or not yet. So
I think someone might have heard from another region how good it is, so hopefully. Let's crack on anyway. The existing bonus scheme, under the way we currently work, it will pay the individual based upon their own performance level. So if you do well, if you're working in an area, for example, like yourself, Sean, whose area's performed well over the years, got some very well, we've got some very well established formularies there that we're benefiting from and have done, and will continue to do so over the coming years. The existing bonus scheme is obviously flawed. The reason being that it pays individuals based upon their own performance level, so it's purely down to the individual. It doesn't promote a team spirit or a team ethic. From a regional perspective, you know, I think we all get on great, but I think that's in spite of the bonus scheme rather than because of it. Almost half the company currently aren't hitting bonus on that. You know, that's pretty poor stuff really, and the same representatives, same territories, this wonderful postcode lottery that exists. Every year the same people are running bonus. It's just not fair, and it's demotivating to those like Paul, for example, who's got a much tougher area, much more difficult access. It's hard for Paul to earn bonus, and we don't think that's fair, because there are many people like Paul around the country who are very talented, but don't really get the benefit of easy access. So the revised bonus scheme.
Chris, can I just ask you again? Is this saying that I'm going to earn less bonus? I mean, I'm struggling to understand where this has come from.
I'm not saying anything yet. I'm just saying what the existing scheme is. I'm going to come to the new scheme now. That's my next slide. So, and we will have time, as I said, we will have time at the end to discuss this. So, what have we changed it to? And this is great. A revised bonus scheme pays the team in a 60-40 split based upon the overall performance of the team. So therefore the team hit target, you all hit target. So basically what I'm saying here is 60% of your bonus is going to be team orientated and 40% is individually orientated. So currently, Sean, based upon your current performance of 100.2%, you will hit 40% of your bonus that you will receive will be based upon that individual performance. And as long as the team hits target, you'll get the rest, the other 60%.
This is a huge improvement. It's great.
Well, I do hit target. I thought this was a sales company, and it sounds to me like.
Can I just, sorry, Chris. I think what you're trying to say, there's a bit of confusion here. So what Chris is trying to say, that if we hit our own targets individually, we will get 60% of the bonus. If as a team we do well and hit targets, we'll get 40% of that pot. I think it's a bit clearer.
Well, I'm going to crack on. It's not quite right, Darren.
Just ask, I mean, I'm really struggling to understand. This seems like it's going to affect me personally in a negative way. And where has it all come from? Where has this come from?
It's come from the management group, the leadership team. Bear in mind that you know, I went to this meeting yesterday. I saw this yesterday. I wasn't involved in the design. I do believe that.
Do you buy this? Do you buy this?
Yes. I think it's a very fair system.
You really think this is? I mean, I don't really know. I'm quite new to the team, so I don't want to to say too much. But it doesn't sound as though you think this is the best idea.
No, I do. Of course, I do. I think it's important that we, as individuals, toe the company line. You know, it's there whether we like it or not. We've got to cope with it. We've got to put up with it. We've got to work within that. And I am all for promoting team spirit. I think that is important. I'm all promoting a regional ethic, and I think that's very important. And yeah, you know, not everything's easy in life. These challenges are sent to test us.
Chris, I agree with you. I'm all for promoting the team ethic, but at the end of the day, we all have personal responsibilities. I'm a single parent. I rely on my bonus to bring up my boys. And whilst, you know, no offence, Paul, you know, your target compared to my target or your SVT compared to mine, but you know, I would love to see Paul come up the scale, but not at my expense.
Well, it's not really about. I think, you know, as usual, you're possibly starting to take things out of context. I know you're usually reluctant to change, and I understand that. I'm trying to keep everyone happy here, and of course, this not being my design, I can't. You know, I did stand up for you. I did say this would happen. But at the end of the day, there are people senior to me who make these decisions, and you know, ours is not the reason why. Ours is just to do or die.
So are we just making an assumption that we're going to be worse off? I mean, could it be that we're going to be?
Can I just cut across you there for a minute? I mean, I was an RBM in my previous company, and I left partly because of a change in bonus scheme. And whatever you say this, but I know you're trying to defend the company line, Chris, and yeah, okay, great, that's what you have to do. But I'm sorry to be personal again, Paul, but people like Paul would benefit from this.
I mean, who in their right mind running a business would compensate mediocrity?
No, I don't think it's that.
Well, it is mediocrity. You saw the bar chart yourself. It's less than mediocrity, Paul, and we're all going to suffer as a result.
No, it's not compensating. I'm going to disagree with all of you here. I don't think it's fair for Paul to keep getting targeted here. I don't think that's right. It's not compensating mediocrity. I think I've established that, as I said before, there's 8% more bonus going to be paid out this year as a consequence of this change in scheme, or there's 8% more people are going to benefit. So I would assume from that means we're going to be paying out more bonus.
I think it would be useful, picking up Alison, to have a comparison to the old scheme to the new scheme. I'm sure you will go away and do that and just make that comparison. So I think it's a very valid comment there. It'd be nice to have the hard facts to see how it compares.
The point is, I want everyone in this team, including myself, of course, earning bonus. And if the way things are right now, I'm not earning bonus, Paul's not earning bonus, and Richard's not earning bonus. So that being the case, it just isn't fair when the same amount of effort is being applied, and I believe the same amount of skill is being applied also. So what the new system will do will encourage those with the easier territories to pull a greater amount of their weight to increase their territory turnover by that extra 2 or 3%. If you do that, it doesn't matter what happens elsewhere, Sean, you will still hit your maximum bonus.
What about Alison? I mean, you know, is Alison's territory easy? Alison's been a good performer for you know, and you, I guess, rely. I know you on your own at the moment with, you know, it's.
I rely on my bonus. I'm bringing up 2 kids on my own.
Yeah, we all have our bills to pay at the end of the month. So your children aren't really a part of this, are they? The important thing to me is that the overall team earn bonus. And if you're concerned about how you're going to fare in this individually, then surely it's your responsibility to do that little bit more to make sure the team hits bonus. Because if you hit performance targets and the team hits performance targets, you'll be just as well off as you are now.
Yeah, but you kind of skirted the issue, which is that I can control my own input. I can't control the team input.
So increase your own input, and therefore you will be influencing the team input. But I'll come to that.
Is it? I mean, it's a daft question. Is it legal to change? We're midstream. This is where are we? Whatever we're changing next quarter. That's midstream. Your sister's a lawyer, isn't she, or something?
I think we all know that Alison's sister's a lawyer, and yes.
Yeah, who specialises in employment law, and I'm pretty sure that as a group we need to check out whether this move is, has any legal implications, because I signed a form which said I accepted the bonus scheme that I was on, and I've worked within that, and now I feel that this change without any consultation is difficult for me to.
Hey, you've got a job.
Yes, Chris.
Well,
Thanks.
Thanks,
boss.
I think we should give it a whirl. We should try it. These things usually work out.
So, Paul, what are you going to do then? And I'm sorry, it's just
I
your
don't
job,
think
Chris.
it's fair to. I don't think it's fair to. Paul's got a very, very challenging territory, but I don't think it's for us to dissect each other's territories and each other's performances. The whole point of this is to get back to a team ethic. So let's look at this from a team perspective.
Teamwork.
You're absolutely right, Chris. Yeah, I think it's not helpful at all. I think what you're doing here, just trying to bring a focus on the team, that is what's important. And ultimately, the customers will benefit as well. We work together. Not only will we do better, but customers will actually appreciate that. Company reputation, sales will increase. So, yeah, thanks. You're doing a great job. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. We've got to work with this, guys. I think it's important that we adopt a positive attitude towards this and a more teamy attitude. I'm sensing a little bit of negativity here, and I think we've got to be careful about how we sort of project that to each other, because we are a team here. Let's not let this one tiny management decision ruin what is a good team spirit.
So I think maybe we're making assumptions on this, that we're all going to be worse off, and it could actually be.
I think we are. That's what it feels like.
Well, we're bound to
Doesn't
make
it?
assumptions, aren't we? We have nothing else to go on other than what we're saying. You built your family income and all the rest of it on a certain expectation of salary and income and bonus and all the rest of it, and all of a sudden, partway through the year,
guys,
it's
let's
changed.
be honest about this. A bonus is a bonus. If you look at the way a bonus is described in the dictionary, the true definition, it's a bonus. It's not guaranteed here.
Yeah, but
now,
Chris,
if I had
I've
my
earned
way,
it
it would be
for
guaranteed.
5 years.
Regularly,
I've
top
regularly earned my bonus.
So for 5 years, you've benefited from
my
those
hard
formularies that
work.
you've got. Well, okay, I understand. Of course, you've worked very hard, and you've done quite well out of it, I think. I think now, though, if you've had it for the last 5 years, you could probably say for the next 5 years, under the current scheme, you'd earn bonus. And is that fair to the likes of Paul, who's having to work so much harder to get anywhere?
Schemes always change. I think we should give it a try.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And we're talking like we're not going to hit bonus next year. Actually, if we work harder as a team, potentially we can get even more.
Okay, so I can see you're all bought into that now, and let's just see how it goes, and I'm sure it'll be fine in the end.
Okay.
Well done. Okay, next item on the agenda.